I see the value for Cal and his teams, but I don't really see the value in an AI handler for my organization. If your operatives are left alone in the field, my operatives would never be left alone in the field. In a perfect world, yes, but we do not live in a perfect world. Go on. If an operative is alone in the field, our AI can take over robotics automation to maintain perimeter defenses. And the likelihood of a friendly fire casualties? Next to zero. How does the AI detect friendlies? Biometrics and personalized ID. The watches. And the bricks. They're a bit bulky. Any chance of miniaturization or combining both the receiver and the interface?
Not in this generation. We are working on combining the two pieces into a single unit, but it would require a larger interface to house both components and will be exponentially more expensive.
Expense is not an issue for me.
I think we'll stick with the more cost-effective and tested methods. Watches and bricks. I'd like you to meet Natalia Sokolova.
Nice to meet you, Miss Sokolova. Al says he wants us to work together. I think he's just trying to use my budget to expand his little experiment. Is your organization using the Ortiz robotics tech? Yes. You're not worried about the potential security breaches? With Isaac? Yes. We are not using Isaac. We're using the system agnostic from the AI. Are you sure? That's what Alex told me. Did Claire confirm it? No. If you don't mind, I'd like to do a security protocols check on your version of their systems. I believe there may be a major exploit that could be a matter of national security. Well, I don't belong to any one nation. My enterprise is global. Then there is a potential exploit to your global security. Everything is locked on a biometric server. If you can access my system, I may have a job for you. Or I may need to re-evaluate whether or not to eliminate Alex from my future endeavors.
How did the field test go?
The one in Manhattan or South America?
South America.
Good. We've infiltrated the cartel and believe we should have a basic outline of their infrastructure in a month.
Excellent.
The tech is excellent for intel and infiltration. I'm still concerned about the legalities when it comes to civilian privacy.
The Manhattan field tests?
Yes. They've spread beyond Manhattan.
How far beyond Manhattan?
Some of the people at the theater were tourists visiting from out of state and abroad.
Are you still getting new reports from their phones?
Yes.
All of them? Are there any outliers?
One person in the UK did a security update, and we lost the feed. Other than that, everyone in the theater is still active, and the records are being uploaded to Isaac's database daily at 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Let me know if anything changes.
What are we doing here, sir?
Testing a new security tool. Nothing more, nothing less.
I hope you understand.
That you're not interested in renewing my contract. Sure. I understand.
And that all the design work that you have created during your tenure here is now property of Ortiz Robotics.
You own everything you don't want that sucks and is broken. Goody for you.
We own all of the designs, so if elements of your designs are repurposed and used in any other application, you have no intellectual property ownership or claim to any designs that you have worked on during your time at Ortiz Robotics.
Okay.
This is not exclusive to designs you've submitted for review. This includes designs that you've developed in the last 6 months on any Ortiz Robotics equipment or on its properties.
What do you mean, its properties?
Since you were living in corporate housing, anything you created in the apartment is also property of Ortiz Robotics.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I wish I was. You really should have read your contract thoroughly before signing it. If you have an issue with this, you could have avoided the clause in Section 9 or found off-campus housing.
With what you pay me, off-campus would have meant West Virginia.
We wish you great luck in the future and look forward to seeing what you do next. Thank you for all your contributions to Ortiz Robotics.
Sure.
We're gonna need that watch back. I don't even know where you got one of those.
Oh, this? This was a gift from Cal. Pretty sure this belongs to me. Spend the minimal amount to get this prototype shipped. I'm working on a ballistic simulation to test the accuracy and effectiveness of the Warhounds. Simulation? Yes. Since we can't test these prototypes in the open, we have created an augmented reality simulation, complete with real-time data on the effects of your gear and tech on hostile elements. And who are these hostile elements? Operators who we trust and have volunteered to be digital cannon fodder for your warhounds as a training exercise. The suits we have designed will track all their biometrics, and the data we gather from them will be invaluable. Did Cal put you up to this?
We can't afford this.
Put it on Sokolova's tab. She's got the money for it.
You can't keep putting Cal's R&D on the Black Tusk budget.
Why not?
Well, this isn't for her tech. She doesn't want the AI. She doesn't want Isaac.
She doesn't want untested tech either.
Are you going to give operators warhounds?
Of course not. But I am going to let them know what it feels like to fight one.
You're going to make the Black Tusk tech part of the field test?
Yes. We will field test her tech and gear as the AI-generated hostile force and get real-time assessment of how the operator reacts. That testing is for Black Tusk and goes on their budget. We can't test the system in the open, so we need to come up with a way to simulate battle conditions.
What kind of simulation?
One that is as realistic as possible for our operators.
You mean like a VR simulation?
No. Augmented reality, but more realistic.
Well, that should be easy enough with the contact lens.
Yes, but I want them to feel the hits. If it's just the visual, we won't be able to assess the real stress and pressure on the body. They are talking about giving Isaac to gym teachers in Missoula. I want to know how they would react in a real combat situation.
You want them to feel pain?
Yes. People in pain will react in unpredictable and dangerous ways. I want to know what these ops will do when they are really in pain and afraid, before I give them live rounds.
How is the testing going?
Impressive and horrifying.
Care to expand on that analysis?
Well, I went to a play last night, and every member of the theater's phones are now in the database, giving continuous wiretaps and uploading their text and voicemail histories along with online searches and social media profiles.
So, a success.
If you think wading through millions of hours of new data is a success, sure.
It doesn't filter?
Oh, it filters. But it's arbitrary, and it only tells you what it thinks is relevant.
What's the problem?
Well, there was a college student at the play last night. She has a crush on her professor. Was talking about how she was going to have a one-on-one with him today and was going to try and seduce him.
Any red flags on the professor?
Just some egomaniacal adjunct at Cooper Union.
What does he teach?
Science. Virology. Has been doing lectures about climate change, human interference, and how if we aren't careful, viruses will evolve to solve the problems for us.
Sounds like a kook. Is he dangerous?
Everyone is dangerous, but this is just invasive. We aren't tracking him, we're tracking a student.
Well, sometimes we need non-criminal informants. Let me know how the meeting goes.
I don't want to listen to a young girl seduce her professor.
If she succeeds, we can send an anonymous tip to the college administration.
I didn't join the NSA to tattle on dirty old men to the admissions board.
We save the lives in front of us. You can get a predator off the streets. It's not as glamorous as taking down an international cartel, but it's still the job. Do the job.
Sir, we need to talk about Gordon Amherst.
Did he finally sleep with his student, or did he build a biological weapon the world has never seen before?
He did not sleep with his student, and I can't confirm whether or not he is working on a biological weapon.
You can't confirm whether or not he is working on a biological weapon?
That's correct, sir.
Is he working on a biological weapon?
I cannot confirm that, sir.
So he's not working on a biological weapon and is just a kook.
I cannot confirm that, sir.
Has anyone ever told you you can be really annoying and obtuse?
Yes, sir. That's why I'm an analyst and not a field operative, sir.
Okay, so you're obsessed with Gordon Amherst and believe he may be a threat to national security, but can't prove that, and all you have to go on is some rants about climate change?
And his association with Vitaly Chernenko.
Vitaly... what now?
Chernenko, Russian virologist who specializes in 3D printing.
My nephew is into 3D printing. Why do we care about grown men who make plastic miniatures?
We don't. But we should care about grown men who can manufacture viruses.
Trig, I need a favor.
Anything for my favorite evil genius.
I'm not evil.
Just a genius.
What do you expect from a trapezoid?
God, I love your sense of humor. What do you need?
Need you to do a field test on those new warhounds for Nat.
Already did. Aside from the creepy biped action, they're working great.
I want you to run the test again with Anna.
You know Nat doesn't want the AI.
She wants the guidance system. How does she expect the warhound's guidance system to operate independently without an AI?
Fine, but if she hates it, you can remove Anna, right? She's not just gonna slip in there and corrupt or rewrite the code or anything like that, right?
Of course not. She's just here to collect data. She's not a person, Trey. She's not even a shape. Just a series of ones and zeros. Don't be paranoid. It's not like she could augment reality and murder the operators.